So I'm Beck Watson.
I'm John Watson.
And we have two daughters, Marlee, who's almost 9, and Madeline, who just turned 7. So Marlee was our firstborn child, and as a first pregnancy, it was all very exciting. Marlee met all the milestones, but it was when she was about 7 months old, all the other kids started to pull themselves up on furniture, and Marlee just hadn't ever shown any signs of doing that. It was another probably 12 months before she got a diagnosis.
It was kind of, in one way, it was a relief because we knew what it was, but it was also pretty devastating.
So Rett syndrome is a neurodevelopmental disorder, so the kids tend to progress normally until anywhere between 6 and 18 months of age, but then they regress.
Marlee is non-verbal and she cannot walk unassisted. She has trouble swallowing, so she has a PEG, she's PEG fed. A lot of Rett syndrome people suffer from seizures. They often don't have good use of their hands. Pretty much we generally help Marlee with everything she does.
We knew that when we brought Maddie home from hospital and I was breastfeeding in a breastfeeding chair and I put Maddie's swaddle down on the footstool and Marlee bottom shuffled over and she grabbed that swaddle and she had her dolly and she wrapped her dolly up and off she went. And I was just sitting there in tears because I remember thinking, you understand. When you first get a diagnosis, you want to find the person that's going to help you fix that. That's part of the journey, and then you go through a stage where you think, actually, there isn't a fix-it person. It really hurts watching the negative side of Rett syndrome, but you can't dwell there because it doesn't help her. So we tend to rise above and continue trying to find ways to support that new normal.
Motormouth Camp was great for that. Really reinforced, and it was so good having all the families there with using the AAC devices as well.
The whole idea is that everyone's learning from each other. So all the volunteers get to learn, they get to share their experience, all the parents get to share experiences, the siblings get to have a wow of a time. The whole thing is fun-based. It's how to use your device to have fun and plant that seed so that you can actually use this device to give your child access to life and the world.
When Marlee got her AAC device, she said, I want to do what the others are doing. And that hit home to us, that that's what she wants to do. So all this with therapy and assistance devices is all about to let her do what the others are doing. It's a big thing for us.
So I said to John, we've just got a new walker. I said, let's see if we can rig up the skateboard underneath her. But she was so excited to show her little friend, because it's almost like she's skateboarding on her own now. I've always just said, we'll keep exploring options and you have to keep trying so we can find the one that works. Marlee's trapped within her body. Her receptive language is awesome, she understands everything. Her expressive language is the struggle, and she needs assistance to express. We hope that she can do whatever she would like to do, and we know that she would like to be a drummer. She's got an eye gaze drum kit. She jams with John on the guitar and plays her drums in all the school concerts. She wants to go to university like her cousins did. My want for Marlee is that she progresses.
You always know that she's got the same hopes and dreams and wishes as any other kid, but to actually have her say it when she hasn't said anything for 3 years, it's not easy to use one of those devices. So if she can say something and mean it, it means she's clever.
Marlee is very determined. She's determined to get involved. She's very sassy when she wants to be. She's really cheeky. She's so smiley and happy, and she's just a beautiful personality. So she's never said no to being involved in anything because she wants to spread the word that people with Rett syndrome or disabilities in themselves can do it. Marlee's diagnosis impacts us quite a bit in the day, in that everything just takes more time. I get Marlee in and out of the car 5 or 6 times a day, and she gets thrown in and out, in and out. We get to a place and it's the most exciting party Maddie runs inside. Marlee's waiting for us to unfold the wheelchair, put the cushion on, put the headrest back on, put her in. Then she's full of air, so we've got to get her vent pipe out and get the air out, make her comfortable, and half an hour's passed. And she's missed that whole intro.
It means a lot getting assistance for the car conversion. It's going to make a big impact on our life. Variety have kindly contributed to that, and it's going to make things a whole lot easier. Being able to take Marlee out to the car in her wheelchair, put her into the car in her wheelchair, do the school drop-off in that way.
I would get that wheelchair in and out of the car 5 or 6 times a day. Not having to do that is just going to be life-changing. One thing I really would love to say is thank you to all the people that donate to Variety, all the volunteers that get involved with Variety, because they're the people that make the difference. It's just so important that organisations like Variety exist in our community. It makes the difference, because other funding is definitely needed, but it's all for your daily living. There's no fun associated with it. Everything Variety run is fun. It's really, really appreciated in our community of special needs families. It's because it really matters. It really makes a difference.